Prince Harry will not be attending the funeral of his uncle Robert Fellowes because of security fears, it was reported today. Lord Fellowes, who was portrayed by Andrew Haviel in the Netflix series The Crown, married Lady Jane Spencer, the elder sister of Princess Diana. Jane is known to be close to both of her nephews and joined them both in 2021 when they unveiled a statue of Diana in the gardens of Kensington Palace. Back in May, Jane was seen with Harry when she attended his 10th anniversary service for the Invictus Games at St. Paul's Cathedral. The death of Lord Fellowes ignited speculation over if Harry and his brother the Prince of Wales would meet for the first time since Harry's tell-all memoir Spare was released to the public. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond said Harry attending could throw up an awkward situation. I imagine Harry will want to be at his uncle's funeral, but his presence would cause all sorts of awkwardness if William attends too, she said. It would be nice to think, though, that two grown-up men could at least be in the same space, as they were at the coronation, albeit briefly, without ruining an occasion of great sadness and solemnity. But Harry will not attend the funeral, People magazine reports. The news comes amid Harry's ongoing spat with the Home Office over a decision to stop taxpayer-funded round-the-clock security from the Metropolitan Police when the Prince and his wife Meghan Markle left the UK for California. The Mail understands that, while details of the funeral have not been made public, it will be held in Norfolk around the end of August. Lord Fellowes is survived by his 3 children, Laura, Alexander and Eleanor, who are all cousins of William and Harry. As well as being an uncle of William and Harry, Lord Fellowes also worked as private secretary to the late Queen during some of the most dramatic times during the 1990s. He advised the former monarch through her Annus Horribilis in 1992 when the marriages of Charles and Diana and Fergie and Andrew broke down and a fire engulfed Windsor Castle. He was also in the role when his sister-in-law Diana at the age of 36 died following a car crash in Paris in 1997. He was part of her small trusted group of advisors, who guided the royal family during the turbulent time and according to The Times, which ran his obituary, helped to write the speech Elizabeth II gave to the nation from Buckingham Palace on the eve of Diana's funeral. His role as a palace courtier meant he often had a strained relationship with his sister-in-law, but when she died suddenly, he said, "I was deeply fond of her. She was a very good person. She found it difficult in life to find happiness, and I am sad for people who have that situation." Harry, meanwhile, took legal action against the Home Office over the February 2020 decision of the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, RAVEC, that he should receive a different degree of taxpayer-funded protection when in the country. In a judgment in February, Retired High Court Judge Sir Peter Lane rejected the Duke's case and concluded Rivek's approach was not irrational nor procedurally unfair. However, Harry has been given the green light to challenge Sir Peter's dismissal at the Court of Appeal, according to an order by Lord Justice Bean dated May 23. In his 52-page partially redacted ruling dismissing the Duke's claim, Sir Peter said Harry's lawyers had taken an inappropriate, formalist interpretation of the Rivek process. He added, the bespoke process devised for the claimant in the decision of February 28, 2020 was, and is, legally sound. The judge said he accepted comments from Sir Richard Mottram, the former chairman of Rivek, who said that, even if he had received a document setting out all of Harry's legal arguments in February 2020, I would have reached the same decision for materially the same reasons. Rivek has delegated responsibility from the Home Office over the provision of protective security arrangements for members of the royal family and others, with involvement from the Metropolitan Police, the Cabinet Office and the royal household. After the ruling earlier this year, a legal spokesman for Harry said he intended to appeal, adding, "The Duke is not asking for preferential treatment, but for a fair and lawful application of Rivek's own rules, ensuring that he receives the same consideration as others in accordance with Rivek's own written policy." In February 2020, Rivek failed to apply its written policy to the Duke of Sussex and excluded him from a particular risk analysis. The Duke's case is that the so-called bespoke process that applies to him is no substitute for that risk analysis. The Duke of Sussex hopes he will obtain justice from the Court of Appeal, and makes no further comment while the case is ongoing. Quote,